This is a 1961 Plymouth Belvedere. It's been repainted a couple times, it looks like, so the paint job's not the best, but it's still somewhat presentable. These 61 Plymouths have these standalone taillights, which are pretty cool. Kind of like jet pods or jet engines or whatever you want to call them. Those are the reverse lights that were optional. See the Plymouth emblem there on the trunk lid. Fuel filler right there behind the license plate. As you can see, 61, they pretty much got rid of vertical fins for Plymouth. Compared to 60 Plymouth, there's basically nothing here. 60 Plymouth had some really huge fins. Guess I could insert a picture of a 60 Plymouth right about now. I did kind of give the car a quick wash because it was pretty grungy. I don't think it had ever been washed in I don't know how long, years. You can see it's got some aftermarket vent shades. The car does have power steering, so it does have the Aero wheel, which is a square steering wheel. It has this funky, furry steering wheel cover, kind of, I guess you could call it pimpish. I think I probably should just go ahead and get rid of that. It's probably on there because the plastic's disintegrated, which is common. Man, that thing's tight. Yep. All that's left is the metal bar. There should be clear glitter plastic around the top and bottom. This does have a push button torque flot, 3-speed automatic, and a ribbon speedometer. It goes across like a thermometer. And those are one of the previous owner's daughters, I think. I'm not sure. The clock would go there if it had one. I'm assuming it doesn't since they use it as a picture frame. Seats were redone in a not original scheme. Headliner replaced. I have not cleaned the inside, so it's got a bunch of crap laying around, leaves and such. This is how you lock the back doors. Down is locked, up is unlocked. Oh, I do have that piece of trim. When I was washing the car, it kind of blew off with the hose, so I'm going to replace that. This baby's got 88,365 miles, probably original. It did have a dash pad. You can see the remnants of the clips that held it on. Dash mounted rearview mirror, day-night mirror. There's your heater controls, radio, cigarette lighter. There's your ashtray. And a pretty sizable glove box. Oh, there's the piece of trim that's supposed to go on the roof. The parking brake release handle, I guess, broke off, so they've added like a Home Depot drawer pull. I guess that's what that is. And you got your wiper switch, 1-speed lights, And as with most old cars, down there's your high beam. Now this car doesn't have park, so you just put it in neutral and mash this foot brake down to keep it from rolling away. So if you release that, you have to pull it out, the car will just roll. So make sure that parking brake's always on. The early 1960 models, you would just push this down and it would release it. And they found out that was very easy to release the parking brake, so they made it where you had to pull it and then push down, so you just couldn't release it accidentally. Carpet has been replaced, doesn't have a heel pad. Did an interesting job with the wind lace. It's just package taped on, it looks like. I guess when they replaced it, they didn't want to take the pillars and trim off and such to put it on properly. Original door panels with embossed Plymouth logo. Oh, and to lock the car, you just push the handle forward. To unlock, you pull it back. Push this little door forward. You can feel the handle to release the hood latch. Under the hood here, we got a 318 cubic inch poly V8. This car is equipped with power steering, manual brakes. It's a 2-barrel carburetor. This was also the first year for the full-size cars to have an alternator for MoPar, 1961. Not a whole lot going on under the hood. Car was built June 22nd, 1961. Going off the body tag. Horns. Like I said, not a whole lot going on under here. Just your basic American 1960s car with a V8. This piece of trim's loose, so I'm gonna have to fix that so it don't blow off. And the antenna is missing its screw. It's not an original antenna, so I'm gonna have to fix that. These mirrors are also not from the factory. They were added. From the factory, they would have been mounted here on the fenders. This car is pretty good shape. A little bit of rust on the lower front fenders. Otherwise, the floors and trunk seem to be pretty good. I think they wish they had a 61 Impala going off the keychain. Let's see. We got a set of fiberglass fender skirts. Some miscellaneous tools. A flat and probably explodey spare old plate. That's a center link laying there. Some spark plug wires. Another steering wheel cover. Ooh. Some speakers. Hoses. Old sending unit. A lot of junk. An old alternator. Dodge Aspen hubcap. And looks like some Ford spinner caps. One missing the center. Some bungee cords. Oh, and a scissor jack out of a new car. Jack instructions still in place. Not sure why at some point somebody painted the inside turquoise. Oh, Interesting. Pop rivets. But not over there. Huh. Oh, looks like this side got hit. I could see some bondo worms down there. So I guess this side got crunched at some point and got kind of fixed. Beats me. But nothing too exciting in the trunk, and at least it does have a trunk floor. Definitely needs a new gasket though. That thing is toasty. I don't think it's really sealing out much water. Got a little bit of an exhaust leak. So I guess I'll probably try to fix that at some point. But otherwise, the car does drive pretty good. Going off the receipts, the transmission was rebuilt. So that's good. Engine looks to be original for the most part. I don't think it's ever been gone through. Kind of weird having such a narrow steering wheel to grab onto. You can see the speedometer there scrolling across like a thermometer. Like I said, that cruise is pretty good. Brakes are probably gonna need a little work. They want to grab a little bit when you're going low speeds and when it's a little damp. That exhaust leak's pretty annoying. Maybe slightly embarrassing too. Kind of about shows how this thing drives. Like I said, cruise is pretty good. Nice and smooth. If I didn't have that nasty exhaust leak, it'd be pretty quiet. More leaves keep blowing in through the vents, it looks like. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do some vacuuming. Anyways, that's kind of driving in a 61 Plymouth. I just got to show off my jump box. All right, crank it.